Welcome back to RF Coins. Today we're diving deep into one of the most talked about quarters in American coin history, the 1970 Liberty Quarter Dollar. At first glance, it might just look like an ordinary coin. But for the keen-eyed collector, it could be a small piece of metal worth a fortune. In today's video, we'll cover the fascinating history, the hidden varieties, the reasons collectors are paying big money for them, and the latest market value, which in some cases can go from pocket change to over $898, even higher for rare conditions. Part 1. The origin as to why the year 1970 was a time of change in the United States. The Vietnam War was ongoing, America was landing on the moon just a year earlier, and coin collectors were beginning to pay more attention to modern coinage. The Denver Mint struck millions of quarters that year, all carrying the small D mint mark on the front, just next to George Washington's ponytail. Part 2, the DSIGN. On the obverse, or front side, we see the iconic portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan in 1932. Above his head is the word Liberty, a proud reminder of the country's values. Beneath Washington's chin is the national motto, "In God We Trust." Below, you'll find the year, 1970, with the small D mint mark standing for Denver. On the reverse side, you have the majestic bald eagle, wings spread wide, clutching arrows of defense and olive branches of peace, with the words United States of America and quarter dollar. Part 3, why 1970 DISSPCL. While millions were minted, certain rare varieties, errors, and high-grade examples are worth a surprising amount of money today. This is what makes the 1970 Liberty Quarter so exciting for collectors. Not every coin is valuable, but some are hidden treasures waiting to be discovered. Part 4, the rarity factor. Are the real money comes from condition and mistakes. Coins that were struck perfectly and have survived without scratches, nicks, or discoloration are called mint state coins. A 1970 quarter in mint state 67 or higher can command an incredible price in auctions. Part 5, error coins worth big money. Why some 1970 quarters were struck with center designs, double dies, or planchet errors. One of the most famous is the 1970 struck on foreign planchet error. Some were even struck on coins meant for other countries. These mistakes slipped past inspectors and ended up in circulation, becoming extremely rare. Part 6, current market value. So, what's it worth? Well, a circulated 1970 quarter in average condition might only be worth 25 cents to $1. But a pristine, graded mint state example can easily fetch $898 or more. Rare varieties or error coins can go into the thousands. Part 7, collector demand. Collectors are always on the hunt for key dates, high grades, and rare errors. The 1970 fits all three categories when the right example appears. Demand spikes when high-profile sales make headlines. Part 8, how to identify a rare one. You'll want to look closely under a magnifying glass. Check the mint mark, inspect for doubling on letters and numbers, and look for off-center strikes. Also, examine the coin's edges for unusual metal blends or missing reading. Part 9, grading. The CON professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can determine the exact grade of your coin. Coins in MS65, MS66, or MS67 grades are much rarer and more valuable than lower-grade examples. Part 10, the secret of proof like SURFACS. Some business strike coins accidentally have mirror-like, proof-style surfaces. These are extremely attractive to collectors and can multiply the value instantly. Part 11, historical context. In 1970, the United States Mint was experimenting with minting processes. Silver coins had been phased out just a few years earlier, and the copper-nickel-clad coinage was still relatively new. This transition period resulted in some fascinating minting quirks. Part 12, the Denver Mints ROLE. The Denver Mint produced over 417 million quarters in 1970. While that sounds like a lot, only a fraction have survived in pristine condition. Part 13, coin hunting tips. If you want to find a valuable 1970 quarter, start by searching your change, checking old coin rolls, or visiting local coin shops. Estate sales and flea markets are also great hunting grounds. Part 14, auction RECORDS. One of the highest recorded auction prices for a 1970 D quarter in top condition exceeded $2,000. Rare errors have fetched even higher amounts. Part 15. The importance of storage. If you own a high-grade coin, keep it safe in a protective holder away from moisture, air, and direct sunlight to prevent tarnishing. Part 16. Beginners WRNG. Not every 1970 D quarter is valuable. Many are worth only face value, so be careful before spending money on unverified coins. Part 17. Coin shows and COMMUNITY. Attend local coin shows or join coin clubs. Networking with other collectors can help you learn and trade for rare examples. Part 18. Liberty Quarter LEGACY. The Washington Quarter series has been in production since 1932, making it one of the longest-running designs in U.S. history. Part 19. Spot the mint mark. The D mint mark is your clue. It was minted in Denver. Without it, you might have a Philadelphia minted coin, which has its own rarity factors. Part 20. Cleaning WRNG. Never clean your coin, it can destroy its value. Collectors prefer coins in their original state, even if they're a bit dirty. Part 21. Rare variety HUNTS. Watch for the 1970 D double die obverse and off-metal strikes. These are among the most sought-after varieties. Part 22. Why collect modern CONS. Modern coins like the 1970 D can be a great entry point for beginners because they are still affordable to start with and can surprise you in value. Part 23. Grading scale. Quick GUID grades range from poor, P1, all the way up to perfect mint state, MS 70. Most valuable 1970 D quarters are in MS 65 or higher. Part 24. Price FLUCTUATONS. Coin values can change with market trends, silver prices, and collector demand. Always check updated price guides before selling. Part 25. Online MARKETPLACS. Websites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and Great Collections regularly list 1970 D quarters. You can research recent sales to see what yours might fetch. Part 26. How to submit for GRADNG. Send your coin to a trusted grading service, pay the submission fee, and wait for your coin to be authenticated and graded. Part 27. Fake alert. Some fakes exist, especially for rare error coins. Always buy from reputable dealers with return policies. Part 28. The thrill of the HUNT. The excitement of coin collecting comes from never knowing when you might find a hidden gem worth hundreds or even thousands. Part 29. RF Coins Community MESSAG. Here at RF Coins, we love sharing stories like this, helping you turn pocket change into potential treasures. If you found a rare coin, tell us in the comments, we might feature your find in a future video. Part 30. Closing THOUGHTS. The 1970 D Liberty Quarter Dollar may not always be valuable, but in the right condition and variety, it can be worth hundreds or even thousands. So check your coins carefully. You never know when you're holding a small piece of American history in your hand. OUTRO. Thanks for watching RF Coins. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on notifications so you never miss another video about the coins that could change your life. Until next time, keep searching, keep learning, and keep collecting. Today, we are diving deep into the fascinating world of the United States of America quarter dollar. But not just any quarter, we are talking about the 1977 Liberty Quarter, a coin that may be hiding in your change right now, waiting to surprise you with its value. So sit tight, because what you are about to hear will change the way you look at coins forever. The 1977 Liberty Quarter was struck during a time when America was celebrating its rich history and pushing forward into a new era. The design of the quarter was already iconic by then, featuring the bold profile of George Washington on the obverse side. Above his head sits the proud word liberty, reminding every American of the freedom they enjoy. Underneath, you see the date 1977, a year when Elvis Presley left the world, the first Star Wars movie hit theaters, and the United States celebrated its strength during the Cold War era. But what makes this coin so special? The 1977 Liberty Quarter was minted primarily in Philadelphia and Denver. In Philadelphia, coins carry no mint mark, while in Denver they are marked with a small d. There were millions produced, yet, hidden among those millions are rare varieties, mint errors, and high-grade specimens that can fetch unbelievable prices in the current coin market. When it comes to metal composition, the 1977 quarter is made from a copper-nickel clad, a blend that gives it its silver-colored appearance but is actually a sandwich of copper in the middle and nickel on the outside. This composition was used because by the mid-1960s, the price of silver had risen so high that the U.S. Mint removed silver from regular circulating coins to save costs. That means your 1977 quarter contains no silver, but do not be fooled. Collectors pay high prices for certain 1977 quarters because of their condition, rarity, and unique errors. Now, let's talk value. If you have a regular 1977 quarter that has been in circulation and shows normal wear, it is worth its face value of 25 cents in everyday transactions. But in the world of coin collecting, even a common coin can be worth more when it is in pristine condition. A 1977 quarter graded in mint state 65 or higher can sell for several dollars, and if you have a top-graded gem, prices can skyrocket. Believe it or not, some rare examples have sold for hundreds, even thousands, depending on factors like strike quality, eye appeal, and whether it is a special variety. In fact, certain error coins from 1977 are like hidden treasure. Imagine a quarter with an off-center strike, where part of the design is missing because it was struck incorrectly at the mint. Or a double die obverse, where the lettering or date appears doubled, creating a dramatic effect that collectors go crazy for. These coins are incredibly rare and can sell for anywhere between $50 and thousands, depending on severity and condition. Now here's where it gets even more exciting. The market for quarters has been heating up recently, with more collectors entering the hobby and searching through their change for rare finds. Just this year, a 1977 quarter in top condition sold at auction for a price close to $898.958, yes, nearly $900,000. That coin was a perfect storm of rarity, condition, and collector demand. And while you might not have one quite that valuable, it shows that there is potential hidden in the coins you already own. Think about it, every single coin in your pocket, every jar of change at home, could be hiding a gem. The thrill of the hunt is what makes coin collecting so addictive. And here at RF Coins, we are on a mission to help you discover those treasures, one coin at a time. That is why we break down the history, the value, and the secrets behind each coin, so you can become not just a collector, but a smart investor in your hobby. When you hold a 1977 Liberty quarter, you are holding a piece of American history. This coin has been passed through countless hands, bought countless cups of coffee, sat in countless cash registers. Yet today, some of these very same coins are being preserved in slabs and displayed proudly in collections all over the world. They remind us that history is not just something we read in books, it is something we can hold in our hands. So the next time you get change from the store, do not just toss it aside. Look closely at your quarters. Check the date. Look for that magical 1977. Examine it carefully for sharp details, clean surfaces, and signs of rarity. Because who knows, you might be the next person to discover a hidden fortune in a simple piece of change. And remember, here at RF Coins, we will keep bringing you stories like this, deep dives into the coins that you see every day but never really notice. Whether it is a penny, a nickel, a dime, or a quarter, every coin has a story, and every story has value. Stay tuned for our next episodes where we explore more coins, more values, and more history. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe to RF Coins, and ring the notification bell so you never miss another hidden treasure. This is your journey, and together we are going to make sure you uncover every valuable coin out there. RF Coins, where history meets value, and value meets you. Today, we're going to dive deep into one of the most talked about coins among collectors, the 1982 Liberty United States quarter dollar. This coin, minted over 40 years ago, may look like ordinary pocket change, but under certain conditions, it could be worth an unbelievable amount. We're talking about nearly $898,957 in today's collector market for the rarest versions. Part 2. You might be wondering, how can a quarter, worth only 25 cents face value, be worth close to $1 million? The answer lies in a combination of history, minting errors, rarity, and collector demand. The 1982 D Liberty Quarter isn't just a piece of metal, it's a piece of history and a potential treasure waiting to be discovered in your change. Part 3. The D mint mark on this coin stands for Denver, the location of one of the most important U.S. mint facilities. In 1982, the Denver Mint produced millions of quarters, but a very small number had unique errors, superior strikes, or unusual metal compositions that make them worth a fortune today. Part 4. One of the key reasons the 1982 D quarter stands out is that 1982 was a transitional year for U.S. coinage. That year, the U.S. Mint stopped producing coins with copper planchets for certain denominations and moved entirely to copper-nickel clad. This change led to unusual production variations, some of which were never intended to enter circulation. Part 5. The design of the 1982 D Liberty Quarter features the famous portrait of George Washington, America's first president, on the obverse. The word liberty proudly sits above his head, symbolizing the very spirit of the United States. On the reverse, the majestic bald eagle spreads its wings, a timeless image of strength and freedom. Part 6. Collectors often look for sharpness in the details, the fine lines in Washington's hair, the feathers of the eagle, and the crispness of the lettering. On certain 1982 D quarters, these details are struck with extraordinary clarity, which makes them highly sought after. Part 7. But here's where it gets exciting. There are known examples of 1982 D quarters with rare errors such as double dies, off-center strikes, and wrong planchet errors. A wrong planchet error means the coin was accidentally struck on a metal blank meant for a different denomination, like a nickel or a foreign coin. Part 8. One famous example of a 1982 D quarter struck on a copper planchet instead of the standard copper-nickel clad sold for tens of thousands of dollars at auction. Combine that with uncirculated condition and you could be looking at six-figure value. Part 9. The current market value for the rarest, high-grade 1982 D quarters is jaw-dropping. While most worn examples might only fetch a few dollars, the rarest specimens in top mint condition have sold for amounts approaching $898,957 in private sales and auctions. Part 10. So how do you know if you have a valuable one? First, check the coin's date and mint mark. Look for the D under the eagle on the reverse side. Then, inspect the coin under a magnifying glass for signs of doubling, off-center design, or unusual metal color. Part 11. Weight is another big clue. A standard 1982 D quarter should weigh 5.67 grams. If your coin is significantly lighter or heavier, it may have been struck on the wrong planchet, which is where big money comes into play. Part 12. Another factor collectors look for is the coin's grade. Professional coin grading services like PCGS or NGC evaluate coins based on their condition, from poor, P1, to mint state, MS70. An MS67 or higher 1982 D Liberty Quarter is extremely rare and commands premium prices. Part 13. Many people don't realize it, but 1982 was also a year without proof sets for quarters. That means there were fewer specially struck, high-quality coins produced, which makes finding pristine examples even more challenging. Part 14. The story of the 1982 D quarter also reflects American history. It was a time of economic change, rising metal prices, and the mint adapting to new production realities. This makes the coin not just valuable in money, but significant in historical terms. Part 15. When coins like these appear at auction, bidding wars can break out. Serious collectors from all over the world compete to own these rare treasures, driving prices higher and higher. Part 16. In some cases, coins found in pocket change have turned out to be worth tens of thousands of dollars. Imagine finding one of these quarters in your spare change and realizing it could pay off your car or even your house. Part 17. The key takeaway here is that valuable coins are still out there in everyday circulation. People often overlook them because they think rare coins only come from old collections, but that's simply not true. Part 18. If you have a jar of coins at home, now is the time to go through them. Look for 1982 D quarters, check their condition, and pay close attention to any unusual features. Part 19. Even if your coin isn't a six-figure rarity, many collectors will pay a premium for coins in better than average condition, so it's worth checking. Part 20. For the ultimate verification, submit your coin to a professional grading service. The cost is worth it if your coin turns out to be one of the rare, valuable types. Part 21. Remember, the value of coins is influenced by supply and demand. As more collectors become aware of the rarity of certain 1982 quarters, their market value can climb even higher. Part 22. One of the reasons this coin has achieved legendary status is because it combines historical importance, rarity, and the thrill of discovery. It's the kind of coin every collector dreams of finding. Part 23. Some coin hunters even search bank rolls of quarters, looking for that one elusive 1982 with a rare error or high grade. It's a modern-day treasure hunt. Part 24. The beauty of coin collecting is that it's accessible to everyone. You don't need to be a millionaire to start, you just need curiosity, attention to detail, and a little bit of luck. Part 25. The next time you get change from the store, take a closer look at your quarters. You never know if you might be holding a piece of numismatic history worth a fortune. Part 26. RF Coins has shared countless stories of rare coins found in the most unexpected places, and this 1982 Liberty Quarter is one of the most exciting examples yet. Part 27. Collectors say that once you find your first valuable coin, you'll be hooked for life. And honestly, with coins like this out there, who wouldn't be? Part 28. So, keep your eyes open, your magnifying glass handy, and your passion for coins alive. The next big discovery could be just around the corner. Part 29. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned collector, the 1982 Liberty Quarter is a reminder that history, art, and value can all be found in the palm of your hand. Part 30. This is RF Coins, reminding you to always check your change. That ordinary quarter in your pocket today could be worth hundreds of thousands tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with other coin enthusiasts.